For it. How are rising food and fuel prices affecting mergers and acquisitions? Two multi-billion-dollar deals were announced today, one between Republic and Allied Waste, and then the other between Bunge and Corn Products. Roger Aguinaldo is CEO of the M&A Advisor. Do you expect to see more of this activity, the merger and acquisition activity, as prices continue to get high, or is this a weak dollar, pricier euro play? Try and make sense of this for our viewers.
A lot of these are strategic acquisitions. That's what you're seeing a lot in the market right now, as opposed to private equity or financial buyers buying into these companies because the credit markets aren't there for these financial buyers. So you're seeing a lot of the strategic buyers come into the markets. You're seeing higher fuel and food prices, and the prices that these companies can charge to their customers aren't going as fast as the costs. So combining these companies together, whether it's Allied and Republic for waste, whether it's Bunge and Corn Products for food, it makes a good combination for them.
Where do we see increased activity? Can you pick individual sectors so that you can try, as Todd Harrison was saying earlier, that you can short maybe the acquirer and be long the acquiree?
Right. Well, I always like to say you never want to speculate, especially if you're if you're a long-term investor. Don't speculate on mergers and acquisitions. Obviously, the arbitrage traders are going to look at those things. So if you're if you're a trader, you may want to look at the different industries that may be going through some distress, if you will. So fuel or energy industry, food industry, waste industry, the airline companies. I mean, there should be more M&A in those sectors.
And by the way, we should mention to viewers, it's very easy to get burned on this. Just because there is an M&A deal announced doesn't mean it goes through. InBev made the $65 a share play for Anheuser-Busch. They're still battling over that one. You get all kinds of people getting involved in this kind of thing, and you don't know if it's going to happen. Huntsman is now suing Apollo Management for backing out on a potential deal.
Well, that was a financial transaction, so the credit markets haven't been kind to private equity companies. You also have the risk of antitrust and Department of Justice looking at some of these transactions, maybe in the waste industry. Would these companies come together make things anti-competitive? Obviously, Waste Management, who's the number one in the waste management industry, is going to probably be fighting to make sure that combination doesn't go through.
The euro is so powerful right now. The dollar is considerably weaker. Does it surprise you that we haven't seen more European companies trying to scoop up U.S. companies?
Actually, that's a real myth in this market, that a strong euro and a weak dollar, you would get more acquisitions from foreign companies taking over U.S. companies. What happens in actuality, they have to exit out of these companies as well. Prices also go up. They have to bring the dollar or the revenue back into their country.
Oh, sure.
So you're really not going to see the effects of higher currency prices.
€1, it takes you $1.55. My kid was playing around with an old euro I had from a past trip, and I said, "Don't drop that." I need that thing. It's
worth a lot of money, right?
Roger Aguinaldo, CEO of the M&A Advisor. Good to see you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Liz.
I know. I'm a mean mom. What can I do? Don't drop that. It's worth something. Between